Hi everyone, I'm Dan.
I'm El.
And I'm Allan.
And this is Three Blokes Having a Chat. And
Indeed.
in today's show we're going to be playing Aladdin on the Mega Drive.
That we are. Who wants to go first, by the way?
I don't know, we'll just start from you, roughly.
Oh yeah, go for it. I'll jump in.
No trouble at all. So, how's everyone been doing recently? It's the first video of the year and it's the 1st of March, so we've done
Yes.
really well.
Yeah,
We're really
absolutely.
consistent, aren't we?
Well, we try to be, but you know,
Yeah.
being professional and all.
We had Christmas and Valentine's and all that nonsense in between, so.
Well, it's just been so much work to be getting on with.
Well, you call it work, we call it playing games, but...
Yeah. I mean, I've been busy recently. How about you guys? What have you been up to?
I want to say a lot, but also not a lot at the same time, if that makes sense. It's just basically going to work, coming
Work
home.
and life, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, life,
Just trying to get a happy balance, which never
life
works.
gets in the way, but it's nice on a Sunday to have a little bit of R&R and play a classic from the vaults. We're playing another Mega Drive game because that's the that's just the best method of recording for us, really. The emulator's really stable at recording footage. However, this morning we've been experimenting with a capture card.
Yep, so hopefully we can expand our library of games that we'll be playing
Yeah,
and talking
because
about.
we don't just play Mega Drive games in our spare time. We play.
Well,
we play
no,
a bit
you
of
do.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, but no, I'd like to get some more old Nintendo on the channel and some more modern games as well. We recorded a bit of footage. We recorded a little bit of Metroid Prime a little earlier today. We played Dead or Alive 5 on the PS3. We actually played some NES games that you can't get on the Virtual Console service because we knew we could get the Wii U recorded, so we could record Zelda, Mario, all that sort of stuff. But I wanted to play games like DuckTales, Chip 'n Dale, Ninja Turtles, stuff like that. Stuff that because of the licenses and stuff, they don't re-release them anymore, which is a shame. But
Sure.
we should
And
be able
because we
to-
can't quite hook up to your actual NES because you've got some of those games.
I've not played well this first level. Normally I do. I've been complacent. I'm listening to you.
Well, I thought we were doing well distracted from the
it's
video, but...
we're just it's fine. It's more about the this is just a little bit of background entertainment for us more than anything else. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, hooking up to a real NES. Well, that's going to be a problem in itself because I do have a lot of NES cartridges, but getting a NES that works in this day and age, it's an absolute nightmare. I've gone through so many of them. I've actually got them right here. Hang on. Glad you brought this up. This is the last Nintendo I attempted at fixing, and I now use it to keep my USB sticks in it. So
Oh, that's a genius idea.
Yeah.
We use some hinges, put it on there, you can actually get it open.
yeah, I'm going to go to the DIY store, get some hinges put on it. But yeah, that was me trying to get it to flaming work. And I'm now using it as a box. So
Well, if you're going to use a box, you might as well use that.
it was
Almost
too
box
good to
shape.
throw away the shell. And I've
Have you
seen some really cool
seen,
modded stuff as well.
Yeah, I was going to say there's one online which I actually saw on the gaming Reddit. Someone's put a screen in it and said the
Yeah, I've
gaming
seen
lifted it
that.
up on the hinges and it's already got a screen so they could just play it on
I would
the go.
love
That
to be able
is
to mod like that.
magnificent, isn't it? Oh, the skill involved is way beyond me.
I am attempting to try and do a handheld N64. I've been buying soldering kits and all those other little bits and bobs, but
That would be cool.
how it will turn out, I've got no idea. Can't make any promises that it's going to be functional by the time I'm finished with it.
I tell you what, it's worth having a go just for the learning curve. Even if it doesn't work, just the experience of
that's what I mean.
a little bit of electronics, you know.
But I'll probably have to knock a couple of them up first before I actually get a finalised working one that actually looks decent.
There's a handheld Android thing that's out at the moment. I can't remember the name of it. I really should. You can't research because obviously this isn't scripted. This is off the cuff. I can't look it up. It's 3 letters of JDC, JDX. I can't remember what it is. Probably nothing like that. There's a handheld Android device that's being sold for about 130 quid, and the reason I looked into it was because I thought my PSP was playing up. It turns out it isn't. So I thought I was having a bit of bother with the power switch, and I thought, right, better look into investing in some sort of backup because I love playing ROMs on the go. And it looks really nice. It's a decent size. It's got a nice brightly lit screen. So it's just what you said about doing a handheld N64, because I was thinking about having to put a little monitor in there and things and how good that will look. And
That gets me every time.
I think you can like with your sword hit one or two of them.
Oh, can I? I didn't even
You
realise.
can do
that. Makes
that.
a bit more sense in as I'm holding a sword.
you can do that, but
Cheers.
I'd advise just trying to avoid them personally. But it's a good game. This
What's your favourite bonus round in a Mega Drive game?
bonus round of the Mega Drive go. All right, topical. Let's have a think about this. Well, what immediately comes to mind is the Sonic 3 Blue Sphere ones.
Yeah, they're addicting, especially if you put like Sonic 1 in it, where it's got
Thousands
of them.
And the thing was, we didn't realize that there is, because it's sort of semi-randomly generated. There are, I think it's literally, is it millions?
I don't know.
There's at least hundreds of thousands of bonus stages, but
There's
of
only
course,
one way to find out.
yeah, I was going to say, as a kid, we didn't know that. I assumed there was going to be some sort of end to it. So there was me the Christmas I got Sonic and Knuckles, thinking, this must end eventually. I got up to something like 300 and something. I didn't realise I'd only just, I was just scraping the absolute tip of the iceberg.
You did get really good at them bonus stages though, so...
Yeah, it helped out for the main game. That is something we're going to have to do at some point. We're doing more full playthroughs, longer playthroughs. I'd like to do a... But that's the thing, because we don't really do playthroughs. This isn't... Bloody hell, what happened there?
That can only happen to me.
Only when we're recording. That's the second weird glitch, because I've never seen that before. Remember that weird glitch we had during Batman?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't fall there. That's weird.
We'll put that down.
Do it again.
We'll put that down to a fluke. Yeah, we're playing Sonic Boom today.
No, if I pause it and then unpause and jump again, I should be able to do the internet jump over this map. Unless you've not played Sonic Boom, in which case.
Nah, I've heard there's a thing where you just
Oh,
fly
really?
through
You
the
can
map,
do that?
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Apparently they patched it now. Don't know why, I don't think anyone plays the game, but...
I heard that I heard they weren't fixing it because apparently the team walked out. But that might have just been a rumour.
There might have got some other people in, I don't know. It's awful.
Yeah. That actually brings us sort of... Actually, no, I'll talk about the bonus stage thing for a little bit longer because that's quite interesting. So, have you got any particular ones?
I quite like the Global Gladiators, kicking the cones and the recycling bins. That comes to mind. That was quite good fun. I mean, the Sonic bonus stages are kind of legendary. They kind of invented. They almost invented bonus stages, didn't they? About how kind of great they were. But
we'll have to do
the Global Gladiators
at some point.
Fun, yeah.
I'm not very good at it though. That's the reason. One of the reasons I've been avoiding that one. I really do suck at that game. But
yeah, it's one of them things that I think. Is that another glitch?
What? No. Do you know what? I don't know how you've done that because I've always seen that guy right there, and I've never been able to get to him. So, how'd you get out now? Right. Okay. Do it again. Just jump.
Wow.
I was just pressing jump there, so there must be something in it, I guess.
I'll tell you what, this is going to be an educational video for fans of this game.
Dan coming up with the clutch.
Yeah, what, 15, 20 years later after this game comes out?
I know.
We're finding out things.
I'm still finding things in old games to this day. It really is amazing. You really do feel like the people have really pulled the wool over your eyes with certain things when you find little nooks and crannies and stuff.
Yeah, it was fun to have, I think, like 20 years later in games. And
well,
you think like someone who invented the game after like a few years of people not finding out, they kind of like release it in the mainstream media. But I suppose modern games that'll happen these days. But for the older games, the old Mega Drive ones, they like to keep things hidden, I guess.
Mate, jump onto the... You can jump on the right there. There you go.
There we go. Cool. I'm having a bit of issues with that jump button.
Really?
But yeah, it's fine though.
Bit sticky.
I do have another pad if that will help. Right, so yeah, the global. I thought of another bonus stage from the Mega Drive. Remember Cool Spot?
Yeah,
I really can't remember playing
spot. I don't remember the bonus stage.
Where all those bubbles where you're actually in a soda can, in a 7-Up can.
Oh, familiar, yeah.
And the same reason I like that bonus stage, the same reason I like the bonus stages in Global Gladiators is the music. Because they're both Virgin games, have got good music. This is a Virgin game actually, so... Weird I should bring that up.
It's weird, Virgin don't do games anymore, do they? Do they? They don't.
I don't think so.
Outrageous. They had a high consistency back in the day.
Yeah, they were alright.
Well, I'm actually going to say, sort of like, because this is obviously a tie-in game to the film.
Yeah.
That was released back then. Back then, sort of the games were kind of relevant to the film.
Yeah.
So they sort of followed similar plot lines, but nowadays the games just sort of go on their own random tangents, don't they?
Yeah.
Depends,
I think,
really.
I know. I remember sometimes where it's like you have the idea where I just don't want to play the film because I've seen the film. I want to play something like to do with it, but maybe not exactly the same thing. But
there are
then you
games
look at these examples and you think, well, this kind of follows the game, but
You're talking about games that are made in the same universe, like that Matrix game that they made, which
yeah.
was awful, but apparently it was meant to be
PlayStation 2.
a parallel story, something that was going on at the same time as the film with different characters.
Yeah. I think there's room in the world for both.
Well, I know, but I mean, nowadays, normally, like with the Transformers games, I think one of them I played that had nothing to do with what actually happened in the film. It was just its own random thing.
That might be partly because the game has to get made before the film comes out and they rush it.
But you think they at least talk to each other and say, this is the story,
Yeah.
make the game. I don't know, maybe I'm just oversimplifying it, I'm guessing, but...
Let's try and make more money by making actually a good game. Nah, let's just rush it out.
Yeah.
Here's a question. Films that should have had games.
Well, the first thing that comes to my head was the Warriors, but they ended up getting a game long after it was out.
There's a film that's kind of similar to the Warriors. I'd have loved to have seen a game come out. I'd love to have seen the Clockwork Orange game. And I only wanted that after I played the Warriors game because I thought...
It'd have to be rated...
Well,
Nice.
if you
I
play,
think it could have worked.
if you play Conker, you get like the first couple of minutes of...
I know, yeah. That was beautiful.
I'm going to be quiet now, I'm going to have to think about this.
I know, that question's got to caught me out a little bit.
I fell in love with Conker just based on that opening credit sequence.
I need to actually see how the Xbox version lived up to it. Apparently it had some bits cut up, didn't it? Or it was a bit more...
It did have a little bit more sanitation. There was some more bleeping and stuff.
Which is quite ironic, you think Nintendo, everyone would say that'd be the console where they'd have the most kiddie-centric material.
Maybe because they rarely do it when they do something. There's a few games on the Wii that are quite mature, aren't they?
Yeah, no, well, I quite recently played Mad World and finished that, and that was quite gory. Good game.
And they had Manhunt on their console as well, didn't they? So they can do it when they want to.
I don't know if it was Nintendo Power or Nintendo Official Magazine, but now I'm thinking about it, was Nintendo Power the official magazine?
No,
but
there's
I think it was the official magazine wouldn't actually mention Bad Fur Day at all. It came up with their complete list of N64 games. It just omitted it. They didn't acknowledge it as a.
There might be because Conker seems like a friendly character in Diddy Kong Racing and things, and so parents might buy it for their kid if they advertise it, because it doesn't look. You can't see that it's a graphic game in pictures. It looks like a fun game like Banjo, doesn't it?
I think it had like a little warning on the front of the game saying explicit content, yada yada yada. But I don't think they had age ratings back then, did they, for games?
No, they did.
Yeah.
I really can't remember.
Mortal Kombat 4 had an 18 rating.
The old Mortal Kombat 4. Picking up really weird pixelated boulders and lobbing it at each other.
I know. Right, next one.
Oh wow, the dungeon level, my favourite level.
Seriously?
Is that hint sarcasm?
Nah, this is going to be painful.
There is
These bats, I can't bloody see them.
Do you want someone else to take over this one? You can do a different one.
I'll deal with it, I'm a man, I'll get over it.
Fair enough.
I'm a man. I'll get it on my spikes. I don't think it's too much blue. Too much white and gold in this level.
No, it's black and brown.
I tell you, graphically, one level which is a little bit hard on the eyes in this game is the level I like least. I think it's called the Escape. It's the first lava one.
I quite like that level. It's hard, but at least it's fun to do.
Well, there's some rocks that sort of the same colour as the background. When you get to the end of a ledge, they're sort of bright orange rocks, and you've got a bright orange background. So
the bones of them things.
He's really concentrating now. I feel like we should shut up when we do the video.
Forward,
yeah. Tell you what, Dan, while Alan's concentrating, let's continue this conversation.
So where did we get to anyway? It was
I don't know why. Why is the crab from the Little Mermaid hung on the back of that?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, that's a nice. Oh, is it Sebastian?
Yeah, Sebastian. Yeah, he's dead in this for some reason. I want to know what he did.
Isn't there some crazy theory that says like all the Disney films are actually supposed to be connected somehow?
What, in the sort of same universe or something?
Something, yeah.
Possibly.
I think I've heard some random theories spewing around that they're all supposed to be linked somehow or another, but
I kind of would like to think it would be like, you know, DC had the pre-New 52 and then they came out with the New 52 where they rebooted the universe.
You're going the right way, bro.
I kind of like the idea of it, like sort of all the old cartoon-looking drawn ones being one universe, and I can go through that. Okay.
I tell you,
and I'll get confused by that sometimes as well.
And all the animated ones like Tangled and Frozen, everything being in a different one. Oh, I'm brown as well.
No, you're fine.
Oh no.
I tell you a film that does actually do that, put all the animated characters together. That was Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh yeah.
At the end, you had some Disney and some Warner Brothers all together.
That's a good film.
Mickey Mouse.
We've lost Bob Hoskins.
Yeah, it's a shame.
And Allan
I can't mention a film
as
he's in without sort of, that coming back to haunt me. God bless him.
Unfortunately, we're approaching that age now. All of our sort of childhood
It's been happening a lot recently,
actors
hasn't
and
it?
favourite celebrities and so on are starting to pass away now. Obviously, like Friday we had Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah, I'm gutted about that because I've been on a massive Star Trek binge, watching Next Generation, and I know obviously it's separate, but
Does he appear in an episode? I think Scotty shows up in one, doesn't he?
yeah, it's got to show them. Off the top of my head, of what the ones I remember, I don't think Spock ever did. Obviously, Shatner was in Generations.
Yep.
One short.
That's alright, bro. Carry on.
Botheration.
Guy, you're out.
No, he's just hanging on.
Oh, there's a bat up here. Swing your sword. There we go.
Now you tell him.
I completed this game twice yesterday, just for a little bit of practice, so it wouldn't be an overly long video.
Bones. They just fly out of nowhere and hit you. It's a bit cheap, them bones. I think if it's a certain radius, it should get you, but then after a while, they keep on bouncing. I mean, you could be on the other side of the map and it bounces and hits you. Double botheration.
What were we talking about?
Bonus stages, then everyone dying on us. Rick Mail, that was gutting.
Oh,
Gutting.
oh man. Can we change the subject? This video starting to depress me now, yeah.
So,
and I was completely drew a blank when we were talking about
Games and films.
yeah.
Oh, that's right, yeah. I couldn't quite think of any, to be
You
honest.
couldn't think of any more?
But after the video, next video will come up with loads and
Yeah. You know what's going to happen now? We'll get loads of suggestions in the comment section, which I'm looking forward to read actually, because I think it's an interesting topic. No, I can only come up with Clockwork Orange. I just think something like, I've got some films down here. What should have had games made?
Touch of Frost, the first thing I see.
Just for clarification, they're my wife's.
I'll believe you, mate.
Theirs wouldn't.
Pheasants
They
wouldn't.
genuinely are. Although I did watch a lot of them with her. They did really good. Like David Jason.
Oh, that's on like 8mm.
Well, we've already got Manhunt.
Yeah, it's not far off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's all the game would be if.
Man on Fire. A lot of Denzel Washington movies.
Yeah, actually,
Fire,
that wouldn't be a bad shout.
There was a few Die Hard games, but I don't think there was
just
ever
thought of a brilliant one. Crank.
Crank could have been hilarious. That would have been like Saints Row, I would think.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Then sort of a line
A cross
of
between maybe
craziness, yeah.
Saints Row and Postal, something like that. Just
No. Triple botheration.
Alright, so what have you been playing?
you're gonna go over quadruple and not know what the words are.
Quintuple.
Something like that, yeah. So anyway, yeah, what have you been playing recently anyway?
What have I been playing? Well, a lot's happened since our last video. Do you know what? Just before I mention that, sorry to go off topic. The last video we recorded was actually in October because it was Halloween, and that didn't actually end up getting put out because I didn't have all the footage.
Yeah.
So we are going to be putting out what was meant to be a Halloween video in March. So yeah, productivity-wise, we're really hot on this channel, but
we will improve. We will improve.
well, yeah,
What
we're
was the
hoping
game
to get
we done if
we
you
did
want to
Tiny,
tease them?
we did Tiny Toons.
Oh yeah,
And that-
an ironic Halloween twist.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I wanted to play a kind of a horror game, but we just couldn't decide on something that we all wanted to play that we were good enough to play for a consistent video.
Because we're so good at this game.
Hey, I'm not bad at this one.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
You're just letting the team down.
It's weird because this is definitely one of my favourite Mega Drive games.
Yeah,
Bit
it's not particularly difficult. There are some. These
really. Yeah.
these stones are a nightmare.
Which is weird.
The hit detection on these stones.
The Heatman ones on Mega Man, I could do no problem.
I was just going to say,
Yeah.
what worse are these or the Mega Man ones?
Well, these ones you fall through them quite consistently. At least the Mega Man ones are solid, you know. I do like that Heatman stage. That's my favourite Mega Man stage. Anyway, what have we been playing recently?
Majora's Mask.
Did you want
I played it on the N64, not quite as much as I did Ocarina.
I think that's the game for most people. I think most people favoured Ocarina of Time, but they still rate Majora's Mask as a...
I think
to? Majora's Mask, you have to have the expansion pack or it wouldn't work.
I believe so, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
That might have been another reason. Did it come with an expansion pack? Because that might have affected sales.
We had one. What did it come with? I felt through.
Donkey Kong 64, I think, came with one, didn't it?
We never had that one.
Did we get Lilac Wars?
I think Perfect Dark came with one as well, didn't it?
Oh, that was it. That's what we got it with.
I think Lilac Wars came with the Rumble Pack.
Oh, okay.
Bundled with that. I think that's one of the first games to try and use it or utilise it.
Well, Lilac Wars was a launch title. There was no need for the expansion pack at that time. That wasn't released straight away, so...
Yeah, we either got ours with Perfect Dark or Majora's Mask. I think, yeah, I never completed it. I did a little bit of it. I remember doing specifically the second dungeon. Oh.
Do you want me to quickly
I just need to kill the baddies at the top. I'll be able to move a bit quicker now.
How's your...
The pad's a bit annoying as well, but I'll get there.
I do have another pad. That one I bought afterwards, so I thought it would be a little bit more responsive because I thought the other one was wearing out.
We're just coming out of excuses though.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't that. The pad that we normally use, I thought it was wearing out, so I thought I'd buy a new one. But it turns out that pad's fine. It was just the game I was playing.
It's a bit shit.
Well, yeah, the controls weren't very responsive in that particular game because I played it on other machines since. I played it on the Wii and can't remember what it was actually, but.
Maybe that's fine.
No, it's sneaky this game.
Nice one. Oh, you got a checkpoint, so you're gonna be fine here. Although I think you're near the end is what weird place to put a checkpoint.
Yeah. I think it's in case you die and
on that. Yeah, you don't want to climb up that again.
There you go. Woo, coming up with it. That's at the end of our third level.
Actually, if we could pause it here, if we could just take a break because it's basically just for video compression issues. Because I don't want the film to muck up, so
right.
Yeah, we'll take a quick break and we'll see you now. And we're back.
Lovely.
Right, so Majora's Mask.
Majora's Mask. Right. I'm not playing the game, so I can focus a bit more on the conversation.
We'll keep you talking.
It should flow a bit more. Right. I never completed it as a kid because mainly
I
think we partly shared a file with my sister.
Didn't that only have 2 save files?
Oh yeah, it was quite random. I think it was only like 3 like the previous ones did. It only had 2 that one.
Outrageous. Which is weird because there's the expansion pack. I know there's more for RAM, but it should... Yeah. But yeah, so we never... I think I remember doing the ice dungeon, the Goron one, with her and getting the odd mask. But I didn't really have my own playthrough, which I really stuck to. And if I did, I didn't get all the masks on it because the challenging mask, the old romantic storyline, I can't remember. It's got a name, I think, on the internet, but the ones where you have to get the wedding couple mask. I didn't know how to do it, and without the internet back then, I had no chance of keeping up with it, especially when I was quite young at the time. But on the 3DS, absolutely aced it, got all the masks, no problem. Yeah, recently completed it. The Fierce Deity mask makes the final boss so easy, so I might actually go back to that and try and do it as regular Link. Have you guys played Majora's Mask?
Yes, I completed it back in the day, and I've just this weekend purchased the 3DS edition as well, so I'll be looking forward to playing that at some point.
It is good fun.
I've turned it on for a few seconds. I see also there's a few differences.
Yeah,
from
the clock at the bottom they've changed, which I kind of miss. I quite like the whole sundial spindle thing.
Because it is a remake, isn't it? It's so there is going to be differences. It's not just a straight port.
Yeah, I mean they've improved the graphics and things. The changes are very, very minor. It is pretty much a remake. As you say, it's a port.
I turned it on for about 5 minutes when I got my GameCube disc that had the N64 ones and the NES ones on it, the Zelda collection.
Yeah.
But it didn't have the SNES one, which I was disappointed with. It would have been nice if, just because it's inconsistent, you get the first and second game and then the 5th and 6th one or something like that. So.
Maybe they thought that was enough.
Yeah, I suppose. It just seemed a bit incomplete.
I have a weird thing about the 3DS Zelda games, like the reboots, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. I feel like I complete them so quickly and get through them. Link runs a bit faster in the remakes than the original game, but only like, I wouldn't say drastically, but I feel like the game, it just, maybe because Link wasn't designed originally to travel that far, I feel like the whole game becomes just so easier. Maybe because I'm used to playing the game.
Are you actually doing them quick, or does it just seem as if you're doing them quick? Because you could be, you play a game, you get absolutely lost in it.
Time is understandable because I know that game inside out. I've done that countless times. But even Majora's Mask, a game which I'm really, really unfamiliar with, I just flowed through the game so easily. I did make sure. I did make sure the moment I was
go across the yes, man.
back to Human Link that I got the bunny hood straight away, and that make the bunny hood. If you're playing Majora's Mask, find out how to get the bunny hood, wear the bunny hood.
I only completed Ocarina once.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gone.
Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it.
You were back then. You were playing Doom.
Yeah, more than likely, a hell of a lot of Doom, but you still have to break to play Ocarina at least once. But I'll play it again.
I do get a lot of satisfaction from. You see a lot of like top 10 games of all time and everything like that. I love top 10 lists. I don't know why humans are just love them.
Yeah,
we like to quantify things.
Yeah, but and Ocarina of Time, even for like not mainstream. Like you think like nowadays more because I feel like when I was a kid, not many people had the N64 compared. More people were talking about the PlayStation, especially in this country. Or at least my friends were talking about the PlayStation more than the N64. Now, in hindsight, you go back, no one talks about the PS1. Everyone just talks about how good the N64 was and the games on it. But
I don't know. A lot of people have fond memories of the PS1, but you're right. I suppose it's the N64 games sort of live up to sort of a legacy.
They were a bit more actual. I don't know.
Well, they're just more critically acclaimed games.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose the PS1 games, people do talk about them because a lot of them were ports of like PC. People will talk about Red Alert. Now that did come out on the PlayStation, but they'll talk about it in as far as their experience with it on the PC and Windows 95 at the time.
I think the N64 got a version.
I think it did, yeah. Command and Conquer.
But yeah, that's what I was going to say pretty much. Like,
I'm getting.
I don't know whether it was just my friends or whatever, but they were just talking about. Everyone had the PlayStation more, and I thought we were different from the N64.
It could just.
So that's why I just say about because I think all of us like social circle got the N64 as well.
Yeah.
I was going to say that's what it comes down to, your social circle, because there'll probably be a lot of people out there that. Like us, had friends that had the N64 and it was all they talked about at the time, and they miss out on a lot of PlayStation games unless you have both.
Possibly, but that's why I was happy with the top 10 list when Ocarina of Time consistently gets number 1. I mean, it's very rare when it doesn't. Now and again, some people throw in like Final Fantasy or something.
I was going to say, is that just apply to N64 games or just games in general?
I think Wrigley features quite high up there on this.
It does. Which obviously. I always do a little fist bump too. I'm always happy when that gets to number 1. We should do our own one. People like having a chat top 10.
Well, there's lots of topics we can cover.
We can get into loads of arguments.
Yeah. It would be interesting to compare lists.
Did them gems roll over to the next level?
Not, they do to the next level, not next continue.
Oh, okay. We've got a few lives left in tomorrow.
No disrespect, mate. This is painful to watch. Go up. Right, destroy that thing. Destroy that thing on the left there.
There's epoxy bats.
So,
is there enough battery in that camera?
I've done Majora's Mask.
Cool. Yeah. Anything else you've been playing recently?
A lot of NBA 2K15.
Cool.
Trying to get all the badges for my pro because we've been going into the old My Park. So your sort of own virtual character.
All right. Yeah.
And if you don't have any of the badges, like you get badges, you have to play the one-player mode to earn badges. Stuff like Deadeye. So if someone's contesting your shot, you've got more chance of.
Yeah, damn's the right, mate.
Tenacious rebounder, so you can obviously rebound better and things like that. And then badges are really, really helpful online. Okay. So I've been trying to get them a lot. But apart from that, not really that much gaming wise. I've still got Assassin's Creed Unity to play because I was kind of waiting a little. I got that for Christmas, and I was waiting a little bit for it to be patched because I heard there were problems. But it sounds like it's all sorted now, so I wouldn't mind going to that.
That'd be cool.
The way they release them, the next one will be out by the time I get around to it. So.
Having said that, even glitches aside, my friend Luke, Dan's brother, is a huge Assassin's Creed fan. Even the very first one, he really enjoyed the story. But
Passover, I think.
Oh, no trouble, dude. But no, he was really disappointed with Unity. Even
especially after Black Flag, because Black Flag was. I think that was the best Assassin's Creed game I played.
I played the beginning of Black Flag. That's something I need to get onto. What I've been playing since I last vid, but it really looked gorgeous.
Yeah.
The Caribbean looked absolutely luscious.
I wanted a Black Flag 2 really. but then, the way it kind of finished, it kind of
you wouldn't have been disappointed with the Black Flag 2.
Yeah.
They should do their own separate series for Assassin's Creed that's just called Black Flag.
I don't have a problem. There's a TV series called Black Flag, or
is it anything to do with the game, or is it just
no? It's I think it's called Black Flag. It's because when I watch a lot of the TV I watch is normally American shows, isn't it? It's not normally the ones over here.
Yeah.
So when I go on the internet and try and watch them, it normally has a list of things that get uploaded or whatever. And Black Flag's one of them. And I've seen like a trailer. It looks a little bit kind of like Game of Thrones Spartacus-y. By the trailer. I mean, I could be completely out. I haven't seen an episode yet, but it looks like kind of that sort of mould. But it doesn't look too bad. I might give it a go when I'm bored one day.
Cool.
Fair dues.
Because pirates are cool. Everyone likes it.
Everyone loves pirates.
The only thing that's more popular than pirates these days are superhero movies.
You do like the superhero
quite a few
movies?
of them.
Tossed. It was really embarrassing.
Well, I think we're probably having a few times on this level, to be honest.
Yeah. I hate this level.
This was the ultimate test when you were a kid. If you did this level...
I tell you what, this was the one during my playthroughs yesterday. The reason I had 2 playthroughs, I struggled like hell on this one.
No, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, that's cheeky, isn't it?
I think it's the only place in this level where you can do that.
Loving that consistency.
The graphics are really awful in this particular level. I mean, the graphics in this game are good, but look at all this black space and... Oh, tits! Right.
Look at all this black space and tits.
I think we're definitely...
Okay. Like boomers looking at
Is that my first expletive in the whole series? I think it probably is.
Nah, I don't think so.
I think we need to rescind the tone it down thing that we have going on here and just go all out with the language.
The reason I tend to be a little cleaner on these videos than I would be if it was just us genuinely sort of playing and having a chat is I don't know who's going to be watching. It's like inviting a stranger into your house and, you know, there might be, you know, all age groups and things like that. So I try to keep it semi-professional, but I think it's going to...
It's working so far.
I think if we...
We're keeping it a semi at the moment, yeah?
Thanks, bruv. I think it is going to come to a point where we're just going to go all out, lose it, and like now, you're... Right!
This is the toughest level in the game though, yeah?
I think it is. I mean, this is the one I've struggled on the most.
Even the last level isn't as tough as this.
I sometimes struggle on the genie stage, the inside the lamp stage. But having said that, I was all right yesterday.
Yeah, that was a painful one. You can do that genie one, so I'll get stressed.
Well, the next one's the magic carpet. If anyone's up for that, which is going to be intense.
No, I wouldn't mind giving that one a go because I'll probably die a couple of times, but it's fun.
Well, fortunately, in that
nice challenge.
Providing you get the extra life. Because it lets you have 3 attempts at it, and then it just lets you on to the next stage anyway. It's halfway between a level and a bonus stage, so.
I don't remember that as a kid. I remember struggling to get that level a lot, not being able to get past it.
Yeah, I do as well. Maybe it was just the American version or something. Because obviously this is the ROM we're playing. I do have the cartridge up on the ledge. Because I tend to just
in case.
Well, no, I tend to just play, for some reason I tend to just. That was the bit that was giving me jip yesterday, and we were right near the end of the level as well. You have to save it right to the end.
You cool off and concentrate.
I was going to say, yeah.
Me and Dan can chat about
you guys
pirates.
chat about what you've been playing recently and pirates, and I'm going to attempt to do
So
this.
anyway, yes, again I played recently, which I think you're quite fond of, is Banjo's Nuts and Bolts.
Oh yeah, probably the only person on the internet that actually likes that game.
I like it for the nuts and bolts part of it, but it is not a banjo game. Yeah, you have to say
it isn't. No, it's
like let's take that concept and then sort of just tapped it on right at the end. Going, we need a popular character here just to help sell the game.
That could be it, but I think mainly because I didn't play banjo isn't sort of. Some series you kind of associate with a friend. Like, whenever I think of Lila Wars, I think of kind of like you love your Lila Wars and things like that. And maybe Elliott, if we're talking about Pokemon, you might think of me sort of thing, because I'm always loving them
definitely,
games.
yeah.
Banjo was never really kind of my thing. I played it a little bit, but like I've never completed. I've even come close to completing it. I think of Banjo, the closest I got to like the Shark World, which is like World 2, and that's the first I've played on my own.
That's surprising, really, because were you a fan of Mario 64 and those sorts of games?
I didn't play much Mario 64 either, actually. We never had that, did we? We borrowed it a couple of times.
No, we've got it now, but I never played it a great deal at the time. I borrowed it off a friend. Banjo, again, was a game I didn't own. I borrowed it off a friend, and I own quite a lot of the rare games now.
Yeah, so I think maybe because I wasn't as in love with sort of that style.
The 3D platformer, which was in its infancy.
As a Banjo game, I just kind of gave nuts and bolts a free pass and just judging it by itself. And originally, I first got it, and I didn't actually enjoy it that much because I was expecting a Banjo game and I was on this cart all the time. I was thinking, oh, that's a bit strange. But then I saw a video on it somewhere. I think it was on like Xbox Live. They had that little sort of the odd video and they explained, this game's out at the moment and you should play. And they kind of explained that it's designed to do like the science where you have to build things to try and complete the level, not just build any vehicle. You have to think like, well, in this level you need to lift this person and go underwater. So you might need to want to try and build something that's light, that can lift something quite heavy but can be agile enough to go under this water bit. So you have to you go in.
You have to think about it.
Yeah, I need to build this for this specific thing, and then you start enjoying that a bit more. Plus, when you get more equipment and things, you can be a bit more liberal. I think I made like a little weird X-Wing vehicle that I used to just fly around in and things like that. Looked nothing like an X-Wing, but it kind of had that feeling about it. Nice one. So I quite enjoyed Nuts and Bolts. How you find it then?
I enjoyed it. But I say, just the aspect of going out and actually building the vehicles for the task they had to complete. Like, they could have easily made the game without Banjo-Kazooie, they could have put like Sonic and Tails in it, and the game would have still been the same, felt the same. And I can understand why a lot of people were probably up in arms at the time when they were thinking, Banjo 3, and it wasn't that.
Yeah, that's why. I do like the colours in it and everything like that. It looks like quite a pretty game.
Oh, Nuts and Bolts.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. The game itself is fun to play. And it looks nice. It was a 360 game, wasn't it? So it was in HD.
Yeah. Sorry, bro. What am I collecting here? It's moving too fast. I can't even see what.
I think they're carrots.
Yeah, I was going to say, am I riding a pony or something?
No, these are slices of apple because if you get 4 pieces, you get an extra apple. I think the people that were designing this game were thinking that if you were collecting apples, you'd have been getting them too frequently because of the speed and everything. It's the only level that has these. Sorry, my fault.
Anyone else want to have a go before I have another one?
Yeah, alright.
I'm feeling it then.
Sorry to butt in there. Dan, do you want to go on this or?
Yeah, I'll have a go. We'll just pass it around.
I'll do this one. I just want to get. I'll tell you what I want to do. I want to get a few extra lives.
Oh, you know where they are.
I know where a couple of them are. There's that one, and there we go.
No, clutch.
We start farming lives.
Because well, we've lost a few credits already, and yesterday I did manage to do it on the 1 credit, which I wanted to do ideally. But no, we should be alright. Once we've got through... The last couple of levels aren't actually that bad in this game, so...
Did you show we've got the sound off?
The music's really good in this game, but unfortunately when you're recording videos you do have to keep the audio either off completely or low. In the Shinobi video, editing it was a real pain because I didn't have the volume down low enough. So now it's virtually off now. I've got my headphones plugged in, but I can't hear anything.
Oh, nice one.
Ooh, I think it's 3 up this time. No, down. This is where it gets...
Question marks. Oh,
But that's just nasty, isn't it?
it's just cheeky.
No, if it's a question mark, it's always down.
Ah, okay. See, learn something. Well,
I say that now.
oh. This is. That's pretty fast. That's pretty fast.
That
That's
was
probably right at the
intense.
end as well.
Yeah, we weren't far off. Do we need another break? Yes, I think we'll have another break after this one because the next 3 levels aren't particularly taxing.
Cool.
At least if we get through the genie stage, we should be alright. Because we spent quite a bit of time on the last couple.
I go up very quickly after the bottom.
There we go,
Yeah.
nice one,
I
dude.
was paying attention to what he was doing.
Thank you, mate. Cheers. That should get us out of the hole.
That I'll dig us into. But
No, not at all, mate, not at all.
so anyway, so Nuts and Bolts was one that I played recently.
Have you completed it?
Yeah, I finished it. I haven't 100%ed it, but
Yeah, it's difficult. I got close to 100%, but there was a couple of ones I did miss out on as well. I enjoyed it though. I remember it's one of the few games where you do complete and then you go back to finish off a few last things, which it shows that it's a good game in my view. That you know,
If you're willing to
there's
clean
more,
up.
yeah. Most of the time I like the 100% game, but as I'm going through the game,
Yeah.
normally once I complete it, I already go back. Like Skyrim, there's millions of things to do in that game. Once I did the last levels though, I kind of did leave it.
Ooh. I think Luke 100% did that one.
I don't think you can you?
I think he at least got all the trophies. I think he spent about 50
Oh, the
years. I
trophies.
think he spent about 50 years in that game.
I'm just making things tricky.
No,
I was-
we're not saying anything.
I
mate.
was-
No, it's all good.
I was close to getting all the achievements, but what was it?
No, I did the same bloody thing you did.
Yeah, it throws you off.
The
Shall I do this one? It's
Oh,
the
let
genie.
me-
It's a genie stage.
oh, every time.
It's too frequent.
On the achievements I had to do is to get all the Daedric quests, and unlike Skyrim, and I can't remember what it was, but someone was supposed to appear in a bar, and I can't help but feel I killed the guy earlier on in the game, or like accidentally unrelenting force strode him.
Seriously, that can happen.
I think so. Well, it wasn't spawning for whatever reason, and and he just wouldn't turn up.
That's sort of tragic and funny.
Yeah, so after that I was like, oh, triple botheration. So I left it.
Unfortunately, not played Skyrim. That's not on my list that I need to do at some point.
Oh yes, a must play, it is a must play. I would try and play it as quick as you can, because even though it's very, very nice graphically, sort of, eventually it'll date and it will like lose some of its charm. So,
It's very beautiful looking.
yeah, unless you do it on the PC and you mod it, you know. 'Cause
I've seen some crazy ass mods
Oh,
on Reddit for that game.
I actually did a little bit of modding on the Skyrim one, and I got like the Majora's Mask moon in the world, and had the Master Sword and everything.
That's pretty sweet.
It's good fun.
That's the Zelda game that I want to see that's takes some influence from Skyrim. Haven't we had this conversation before? I don't know if we've done it on camera
Maybe,
before.
but it's one that's worth going into again, because it should happen.
Well, I mean, that's kind of like what the new Zelda game's going to be like, isn't it? Sort of.
Well, I'll tell you what, from the footage we've seen, it looks really nice.
It looks amazing, doesn't it?
You know why I'm not
That's
super
one
excited
game.
for it?
Oh,
Even
wow.
though I know he's really, really stupid, but he's wearing blue, and he should be wearing green.
Is it? I
Yeah,
don't remember him seeing blue.
No, it was white and gold.
I was gonna say. Yeah, he's got this blue little like poncho thing on, hasn't he? And
I don't remember seeing that.
yeah, and I want him in his
I
green
can't remember-
hood and his green, you know.
But then
Maybe you can change it like in.
I was gonna
I
say,
think so.
Ocarina of
Yeah, I
Time,
think
yeah.
eventually.
They tend to carry a lot of that stuff over, so you'll probably have like a red tunic and a green tunic and a blue tunic.
Possibly, but every single footage that he's been, unless it's right at the start of the game, but like you'd think when they released pictures of it,
Oh, no, that's like-
they would release like the iconic photo of him wearing green so people can recognise, oh, it's a Zelda game, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to kill me for whatever reason he's wearing blue, because the thing is with Skyward Sword, that's why he wears green though, if you find out. It's because it's like the first game, isn't it?
Well, this is the next question. You know, should they maintain that this is going to be in the same universe, or is it just should they just keep it separate and just go with whatever they want to go with?
I think they should. Well, they've got 3 different storylines.
This is what's going to happen, mate.
Timelines, so they can do whatever they want.
Initially, even if they say, "Oh, we'll just do it in whatever universe we want," or a whole new universe, the fans are going to want to tie it into the storyline, and we'll find ways of doing it. And eventually, they're going to have to find some way of pigeonholing it. So, they might as well just go with it anyway.
We accept there's 3 timelines, but it has to be in one of the 3 timelines.
But what? Because they keep doing prequels, they keep going back. It's like, stop it, just go forward now.
Well, unless they, I was going to say Wind Waker, they're unless they have to do like an open sea one, unless they find a way to then rescind the waters and the seas, so it goes back to like land. I mean, I suppose that's easily enough done. But in one of the DS ones, they found a new Hyrule, don't they? So it's like the train game Spirit Tracks.
Spirit Tracks, that's one.
Yeah, which I played. That was quite good fun.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Do you know what would be a great Zelda game if they set it in the Wind Waker universe, and the mission is to go deep sea diving and find a massive plug. Just unplug it and all the water will drain.
You know what? They could do something like that in a Zelda game. I wouldn't even be surprised if it's some weird stuff that you would think is a bit out of place, but makes sense at the time.
That's fairly easy.
Right. Who's next?
Oh, okay. Oh crap!
Right. You're not doing the bonus games anymore.
That happened during my practice as well. So we just took a short break there. What were we talking about?
So obviously we're discussing Zelda for the Wii U coming out this year. And I suppose I can lead us into the next topic about games that are coming out for 2015 that we're looking forward to.
Yes. So what are you looking forward to?
Well, for me, I think Alan touched on it earlier. I was a huge Star Fox fan back on the N64. I quite enjoyed the one on the GameCube as well, and then I kind of hate the fact that there's not been anything since. I think there's one released on the DS, but I didn't find it particularly good anyway.
You can't get its full glory in the DS. The DS, I mean 3DS, that was fine because that's.
While it was 3DS was pretty decent, but again, that was just like a re-release of an N64 game. But no, I'm thoroughly looking forward to what they're doing with this next one on the Wii U. I'm just hoping they don't balls it up in some way. But given at the moment, Nintendo are probably the only one that you can rely on to actually release decent games that aren't half-baked, half-broken.
Well, yeah, they're not very buggy, are they? So
they release games when they're finished, amazingly. Shots fired.
They're the only ones that actually would be willing to actually put a game back if they need to.
Yeah.
I mean, how many Nintendo games are always delayed? I think practically all of them.
And you know what? When they come out, no one's mad about it.
That's it. So that's definitely on my hit list. What bugs me though is that they haven't shown any footage for it yet, even though they claim it's coming out before Zelda.
Yeah, there's been not loads of Zelda footage, but enough. They've shown the cool new bow and arrow that they've used that sort of comes out and everything. That's cool, but they haven't showed much of Star Fox at all. They've just shown someone playing it in the background kind of thing.
Well, that's it. It's like sort of that pixelated footage and stuff that they had on the internet after E3, but.
I mean, it's taken so long for them to. Do you think Nintendo's lost faith in Star Fox a little bit, and they're only making it because so many people have been moaning about it? Will they give it enough love?
I don't know. I think the Wii's probably to blame at some point about this, where some of their IPs are perhaps taken a back burner because they were concentrating more on maybe the motion controls, and they probably couldn't figure a way of how to.
There's a lot of truth in that, actually. I mean, how would you play a Star Fox game with motion controls?
Well, there was a game, World War II. I can't even remember what it's called.
The IL game.
No, it was a.
Blue something.
It was an aeroplane game anyway, but set about World War II and things. And you just use a motion control to fly the plane. And that worked fine, and you could do that with Star Fox. It would not have been difficult.
I don't know, I just think because you've got that and you've got F-Zero and a couple of other games that they've sort of been sitting on for a while now. But
another F-Zero would be lovely,
oh my God, F-Zero, release it, you know? I prefer them to Mario Kart. I like Mario Kart games are good, but they're not of the standard of
F-Zero's pretty hardcore, yeah.
Well, they're different style of games, I suppose.
Yeah.
What was it? Let's say Mario Kart's more like sort of Comic Mischief type style.
The other one's really arcadey, isn't it?
Yeah.
So.
But I would prefer that if I'm having like a house party or something, guys over, I would want to have a massive F-Zero thing. And seeing as 30 races were in the F-Zero games on the 64.
That was mental, wasn't it?
I mean, they could have at least like 16 on the Wii U playing in a race.
Well, you've got 8-player Smash Brothers, so that means splitting the screen into 8 though. If you're doing local play, online would be easy enough.
It wouldn't be available for local play because that'd be like 2. Oh, snake. Quadruple, no. Yeah, it would be too much unless people have these 80-inch screens these days. But yeah, I mean,
I'm looking forward to Splatoon.
Yes, that's.
I don't know why I'm looking forward to it. Really, it's a bit.
Not really
it's not
the sort of game usually. Yeah.
Yeah, really odd, but
Looks good fun.
yeah. I think
I
it's
think
going to be a bit of a light game for me. It's something I wouldn't play too seriously, but I don't think it's the sort of game you can play seriously, really. So, and what's the other one? Oh, Mario Maker.
Yes, that's
that game's
definitely
good.
high on my list.
Isn't it out soon?
I don't think they've actually pinned
No,
the
there's
date on that.
no
I think they've just said 2015.
As of now, there's no release dates.
Oh.
You know, you're going to need the carpet, bro. When the first trailer came out, you had two modes. You had old Mario, which was literally just Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 1, and new Super Mario Brothers. But since then, the trailer they've done since, they've put in Mario 3 tile sets, Mario World SNES tile sets. So I've already promised myself when that game comes out, I'm going to take a week out just to get in early and try to add some content onto the into the community.
It'd be interesting if you could actually sort of create your own Mario game, so you sort of go from one level to the next.
Yeah.
You can, can't you? Is it?
Well, because I mean,
Well, you can make levels.
And you can say, so you could just say, like,
Will the
your
game
name
give
or
you-
whatever, episode, level 1, level 2,
Yeah,
and you
that's
download
what
it
I'm
that
saying,
way, I
yeah.
guess. Yeah.
But will it actually give you the option to create a sequence, so you can create sort of 30 levels in quick succession? Do you want me to do this, Ralph?
I should be able to do it. It's just I'm bad. I'm just really bad.
Keep
Terrible.
falling, bruv, and we'll
No.
cut it out.
you moan about the controls.
This controller isn't very good.
So,
Wait.
so yeah, that was Splatoon and Mario Maker. I look forward to Yoshi Woolly-Yarn, actually. I played that in EGX, that was pretty good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that just because, I don't know, it looks like a game I'm going to play with my girlfriend because it looks very sweet and we can have a laugh with it and just sort of not take it too seriously. Because I get stressed when I play games with other people. As you can tell when I'm playing this, if I'm constantly falling, I'm sure it's frustrating you guys and it always frustrates me, this sort of stuff.
Don't worry, bruv, no one's going to see it. What was I going to say?
So,
There's some other games coming out.
Battlefield, that should be good. All Star Wars games are always welcome. One of my favourite games and my first game on the GameCube was Rogue Leader. And
that was amazing.
I love them games.
Have they done like a flight simmy?
Last one
Star
they did
Wars
was
game?
Rebel Strike.
You've got to do a little jump on, that's it, bruv. Keep doing it. Just jump in the middle. There you go.
Because yeah, I really enjoyed those ones on the GameCube.
They were great. Rebel
And graphically, they were fantastic as well.
Yeah, definitely. Do I need to buy a life at this point or just carry on?
No, get that crystal from down there and you can come back and get another wish. So if you jump over that hole,
How much you want to bet I'm going to die?
nah, you're going to be fine. Go on the rope.
I don't know, I was actually sweating there for a second.
It wouldn't let me on. There we go. Here. Give me that continue.
Eesh.
Yes, and the legs. Fall down the hole.
Yeah,
No.
there's one baddie down here, bruv. Oh, fall to the right, you get some health.
I was already
There
on
you
it.
go.
Oh, no, then you fall into Spike, Elliott.
I said there was one baddie down there, and I was right. I didn't mention the spikes. I figured you'd be okay with the spikes.
This is the last boss?
That's A boss. Do you want me to take care of this?
Yeah, why not? I'm a bit of a natural born coward.
It's
you,
not.
you've
It's
played
not
the game
that.
more
It's,
recently than
it's-
us.
well, that's the thing. Yeah. Because we'll be here all day otherwise. So,
It was just
So
so
why don't
natural
you-
that isn't too tough, is it?
not necessarily. I think we're going to lose a life here. Here we go. Let's try that again. Oh, I've only got 10 apples. All right, this is going to be interesting. How am I going to do it?
I think apples respawn.
On the last boss I do. I don't know where they do here. Let's go down here. Here we go. Put some up here. Oh. Damn.
This is interesting.
We're in trouble here. You know that, don't you? Talk about something. I'll try and work out how to do this.
So yeah, Mortal Kombat X, another big one that I'm looking forward to this year.
I think you didn't speak in the last video about how when Mortal Kombat first went into sort of like 3D with Deadly Alliance, we weren't really feeling it.
Mortal Kombat 4 was the first 3D one.
Oh yeah.
Well, that was brilliant.
But then sort of that next gen Mortal Kombat, there was a bit of a gap between Mortal Kombat 4 and them ones, wasn't there?
I suppose, yeah.
Mortal Kombat 4 I didn't have a problem with, but I think Deadly Alliance, it just felt so very slow and sluggish, and it didn't flow as well as Mortal Kombat games.
Having said that, we bought them all.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah.
Armageddon, Deadly Alliance.
Deception.
Deception,
Deception. That's when I felt, oh no, it can work in 3D.
Well,
This game is really good.
I actually tested Mortal Kombat X in EGX. I thought it was really solid. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it looks.
I think quite the same thing as Done Justice, isn't it?
Yeah, NetherRealm.
And that game was awesome.
Yeah, I think I might have to go back to that actually. I'm very on this my superhero binge at the moment. So.
Well, I think they had it recently on PlayStation 4. If you're a PlayStation Plus member, it was a free download.
Yeah, I have downloaded it. I wanted to play it online a little bit as well actually, but haven't got around to it. But I might just carry on the one-player mode just because it's good fun.
I'm disappointed. My arcade sticks I brought back from Canada, they don't work on the PS4.
There must be a way they can patch it or something.
Well, that's what. There's some talk of that happening. I don't know whether it's official or not, but that's certainly what the fighting game community wants.
When is Street Fighter 5 out?
Don't know. I haven't got a clue.
Oh man, it doesn't look that much different from Street Fighter 4, which is.
I think that's why I'm not overly bothered about it because we've only just had Ultra Edition come out.
Yeah, Ultra and Super and all these different
arcade
modes. Yeah, and I've got the 4 on the 3DS and the Xbox and everything. So I've got my Street Fighter, but they
I'm
do look cool.
a bit Street Fightered out at the moment.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat's gonna be welcome because I just love the story modes. Although the trailer recently has come out, like a story mode trailer has come out of Mortal Kombat the other day, and it does look good. But they've gone for a bit more future based. I think there's a few children like Sonya's
like
child in it.
Son or something, or a few other characters like that.
Yeah, which isn't a big deal.
I've got nothing against them filling it up with characters. I mean, that's what I like about Smash Brothers. You've got so many characters to pick from now. It's brilliant. There's like someone there for everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. Or like everyone will still be Sub-Zero and Scorpion. And
well, this is it, yeah.
I know Rain was in the new trailer, and quite a few. Pretty much, I think everyone's going to be in this one. Well, at least, maybe
it
not
would
Meat,
be nice,
but quite a few. I'm a bit annoyed Gorod's going to be a DLC character. It's always annoying, all this DLC nonsense. I don't mind like extra skins and things they add in, like little things, but a whole character is a bit of a rip because.
Well, I mean,
you the game and unlock him more.
You'd expect Gorod to be an initial character, which is part of the game.
Yeah.
But then if they can create new characters, or like they're doing with Injustice, where they were making more characters as they're going along.
Yeah.
That's kind of acceptable, I think. But to sort of rip like a main character out who's been in there since like the beginning.
The first one, the very first game.
Yeah, it seems really cheap.
Yeah.
And then, but then that's I suppose the nature of gaming these days. I mean, I've not played Evolve, but for instance, that's just a DLC fest. That game's like you've got skins for guns. They've even got a beast that you can play as, which is only accessible via DLC. And you think, why? It's so cheap. I mean, make monsters as you go along, so like update the game so you can buy more. But to actually have a boss or a monster available from the start, but you've got to pay extra to get it. It's just such a cheap way of doing it. It's the only way I can really use for it. It's cheap.
And then normally, like I say, NetherRealm's normally quite good. I quite enjoyed their DLC for Mortal Kombat MK9 because I think it was like a one-off payment, or like I got it with the code with the game or something, and everything they added in you got for free afterwards and everything like that. All the skins, all the extra characters, everything, and they announced all of that afterwards.
Did you get some sort of Game of the Year edition?
I don't think so. I think we've got a day of release as well. I don't know. But eventually, when they released all the new skins, I got them all, and they had some really cool skins. They had like the retro skins, so they had Scorpion from Mortal Kombat 1 and everything. So it had like the very retro look about it, so it was good fun. Although I tend to be Raiden anyway. Raiden's my guy.
We're done.
And as we were doing that, he's actually finished it. There's a moment there where I was getting a bit sweaty, thinking, you know what, I don't think we're going to finish this game.
I didn't have enough apples for that bird.
Rated him.
Right.
I had a lot more to talk about, to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
We'll save it for next time.
We wrote down loads of topics, sort of like news topics, because I want this to be like a sort of newsy channel. But yeah, we were fine. Yeah, we just sort of dribbled on for an hour and it was great. So
probably bored everyone to death, but you know.
Ah well, we completely.
I think I was on the edge of my seat on this conversation the whole time. I loved every second of it, to be honest. And if you did too, leave a like.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I know, it's what people do these days.
Episode bloody 9, we didn't mention it.
I know.
Don't insult them. People know where the like and subscribe button are. Hint, hint.
Below.
I've done it now.
So, anything you guys want to wrap up with?
Hashtag sold out.
Hashtag white and gold.
If anyone and if anyone could recommend some hinges for my NES, that'd be great.
Yeah, leave a link.
Leave a comment. I think I'm all good.
This is the worst one yet, isn't it?
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing we do these every 6 months. So. Well, thank you very much for joining us.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You guys take care of yourselves, and we'll see you probably in 6 months' time. Take care.
See you next time.
See you. Bye.
Bye.
My lord, we have returned.
1,708.
Soon your courtyard will be as clean as a skeleton at a vulture's tea party.
1,709.
Oh, Guy,
Yes?
you're out.
Oh, botheration.